Now call this meeting of the Jacksonville City Council to order. I want to welcome everyone who's come out for the meeting tonight, and also those that will be watching the meeting on G10 television. We're going to begin the night, and I have a troop of Boy Scouts that are here with us tonight, and they're scout leaders. I think it's Troop 370, is that correct? 370, which is the East Carolina Council, and they meet at Trinity Methodist. Their assistant scoutmasters are Larry Williford and Brody Holloway. And some of them, let's see, who's working on the citizenship badge? All of them? Okay. At this time, though, I'd like to ask you if you would come up front here and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll ask everyone to stand.
Scout sign. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
John, if you would lead us in the invocation.
Our Heavenly Father, as always, we pause at this time to give you thanks. To give you thanks for the blessings you so graciously bestow upon us as individuals and bestow upon us collectively as the city of Jacksonville. Tonight we realize there are still persons that are displaced or being affected by Hurricane Florence. We pray for them and for their families. And we pray now that as we've entered another hurricane season, that through your providence, that you would keep hurricanes and storms from our city and our county and this fragile coastal area in which we live. We pray for our men and women who are serving us in the military here and around the world, for their anxious families. And as always, we pray for our mayor and for our council, that your guidance and your direction would be with them. All this we ask in your holy name. Amen. Amen.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for leading us in the pledge. All right, we need to get a motion. I'm going to entertain a motion to adopt the agenda for tonight's meeting, along with, well, just to adopt the agenda.
move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Next, we have some presentations to make tonight. I'm going to come around front here and make those.
Joined by Miss.
I want to ask Councilmember Angela Washington if she will join me out front here. We're going to make some presentations to begin with. These are our Gold Star Awards. And we are the Clean and Green Awards are presented by Jacksonville Environmental and Appearance Advisory Committee to recognize homes and commercial sites with outstanding visual appearance, outstanding recycling efforts, and personal or group service to our city that advances the spirit of clean and green. With me again is Councilmember Washington, and she is actually the liaison to the Environmental Appearance Commission or Committee. And also Betty. Is Betty here? I hadn't seen her. Come on up here. You're up here. And Genia. Betty Schiffelbein is the chairman of the committee, and Genia Webb is the chairman of the recognition committee. And they stand with me here. The Clean and Green Awards were born of the legacy of the Beautification and Appearance Commission and have been continued by the Environmental and Appearance Advisory Committee since 2012. This evening we recognize 4 homes which were nominated by citizens and members of the committee. Okay. At this time I'd like to invite Dr. Paul and Marion Williams, Tracy Brown, I don't think she's here, Shannon and Judy Pitchford, and Don and Joan Minton to come forward with any guests they have with them. All right, let's begin with the home of Dr. Paul and Marianne Williams. And I'm going to let you switch sides with me
Okay.
here.
So tonight, we would like to recognize the residents, Dr. Paul and Mrs. Marianne Williams, that reside at 302 Ann Street. This is a home that features two sides to show off and a side garden area that begs for the visit to contemplate the wonders of nature. Pointed to the intersection is a bench with a dog statue giving notice to the fond regards of the Williams for having rescuing animals. In the yard, green perennials mixed with grass and daylilies often showcase the crepe myrtles that shines within the summer lights. A venture awaits as one turns the corner yet for another view of the multi-layers of the landscaping. This is a welcoming home and a tribute, and we wish to honor Dr. Paul and Mrs. Marianne Williams for their award this evening.
You got a little plaque there.
Thank you.
She doing a little work? Good job. Very nice.
Do you want me to go ahead and read
Yeah,
that
if you'll
one?
go ahead with the
Okay,
next one.
I'll just stand up here and read it. Okay, next, we would like to honor Mrs. Tracy Brown, who resides at 305 Ann Street. The lush garden softens a prominent fence that nicely accents the house and the landscaping. The planting areas outside the fence is a welcoming and populated well with forever blooming roses and daylilies. This well-maintained summer garden is the poster for a downtown neighborhood. This is truly a showcase that indicates that someone truly cares about the appearance of their homes, and we wish to honor Mrs. Tracy Brown for this lovely home.
And she's not here tonight.
Okay. Next, we would like to honor Shannon and Judy Pitchford, who resides at 105 Keller Court. A proud American flag centers this presentation of this stately southern grounds. A well-maintained potted plants mixed with the planted landscapes of green and a porch that welcomes visitors and a green fence displayed on the side. A modest but a beautiful presentation, and we would like to honor, I made a mistake, excuse me, Mr. Walt and Judy Pitchford for this lovely home. We had a typo.
Shannon.
Is it Shannon?
It's Shannon.
Shannon and Judy Pitchford. I'm so sorry. I have two different names here. I apologize. Please forgive me. And finally, we wish to honor Mr. Don and Joanne Minton. Okay, I got that one right. Who resides at 2230 Warrenton Way. A Chippendale bench on the front yard says, "Welcome." This is a home with a charming detailed molding and a Williamsburg lint that shutters the arch of the front door. To have to do much to this massive yard would have diminished the presence of the high-pitched roof. The landscaping surrounds a walkway to the front door and to the welcoming bench, and the dogwood provides a notice of spring and welcomes the shade during the summer. We will wish to honor Mr. Don and Mrs. Joanne Minton for this lovely home.
Couldn't get done, come out. All right,
That's it. I think
that's
that's
it.
it. I think that's it.
thank you so
Okay.
much for
Thank you.
coming tonight. Great job. Y'all did some great work beautifying your residences and everything. It's one of those things that make Jacksonville sparkle. Thank you so much. Next, we have some promotions, or I have a promotion. And I would like to ask the Director of Public Safety, Mike Yanero, our Acting Fire Chief, Sean Hayes, and Nicholas Strong, and any family members that you have present, sir. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Good to see you. Nicholas Strong is being promoted from captain to battalion chief at the Jacksonville Fire and Emergency Services. Nick was born in Charleston, South Carolina, and his family moved to Richlands area in 1995. In high school, Nick enrolled in a program that allowed him to complete an internship with the Jacksonville Fire Department. From that time, Nick knew that working for the department was where he wanted to begin his career. He graduated from Richlands High School in 2006. Nick and his wife, Samantha, have been married for 7 years and are proud of their four-legged children. 5-year-old German Shepherd, how do you say it, Veritas? Veritas, okay. 6-year-old Siamese cat, George. That's an odd name for a cat. George.
Not really, fair with him.
Fits him, huh? And forever in their hearts, the late 10-year-old German Shepherd, Maximus. His certifications include EMT Basic, Firefighter 1 and 2, Fire Officer 3, Incident Safety Officer, Hazmat Technician, Fire Inspector 1, Fire Instructor 2, graduate of North Carolina Breathing Equipment School, North Carolina Rapid Intervention Team, Technical Rescuers and Ropes Vehicle Machinery, Water, and Confined Space. Nick is a member of the Jacksonville Hazmat Team and a member of the Jacksonville Technical Rescue Team. He was graduated from Coastal Carolina Community College with an associate's degree in fire protection technology and Fayetteville State University with a bachelor's degree in fire and emergency services administration. Nick's wife here, Samantha, will be pinning him as soon as we swear him in. So what I'm going to ask you to do is your lovely wife holding the Bible there. If you'll place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand for me and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Nicholas Adam Strong,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will be alert and vigilant
that I will be alert and vigilant
in performing my duties
in performing my duties
as a battalion chief
as a battalion chief
of the City of Jacksonville Fire and Emergency
of
Services,
the City of Jacksonville Fire and Emergency Services,
that I will not be influenced in any matter
that I will not be influenced in any matter
on account of personal bias or prejudice,
on account of personal bias or prejudice,
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the constitutional laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and execute the duties of my office
discharge and execute the duties of my office
as a battalion chief
as a battalion chief
of the City of Jacksonville Fire and Emergency Services
of the
Department,
City of Jacksonville Fire and Emergency Services,
okay, according to the best of my skills,
according to the best of my skills,
abilities, and judgment.
abilities, and judgment.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Okay, these guys don't wear vests, so you got to be real careful with this one.
Oh, really?
That's sharp.
And
There is a doctor in the house in case you get punctured. That's a big job you're going to have there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes those shirts are not very,
I have
Receptive.
like this one.
is that a new shirt? Please don't hurt him.
I'm trying not to.
Okay. There you go. There you go. Success.
Finally.
I wear the, there you go. Let me help you out with that. I'm gonna hold these things while you stick them in there.
Thank you, that's probably a good idea,
Okay.
since how
There
that
you
one
go.
didn't go as planned either.
You're doing a good job.
That one I got.
One at a time. There we go. What I would like, after we get this pinned on, if one of you gentlemen will explain to everybody here and on TV exactly what a battalion chief's responsibilities would be, I think that'd be and the importance of that position.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're all official. Who wants it?
Good evening, everybody. So the Jacksonville Fire and Emergency Services is divided into 3 operational shifts, a A shift, a B shift, and a C shift. We work a 24 on, 48 off schedule. Chief Strong's new job as battalion chief, he will be responsible for the day-to-day operations of A shift. So he'll be responsible for making sure that our personnel respond to all emergency responses in the city in the safest and most efficient way possible, and that we're constantly striving to improve the quality of service that we're providing to you, the citizens.
Chief.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, that's nice. Right. This brings us to our first section of public comment for the evening. I don't see that anyone's signed up, but sometimes we have a tendency to take the sheet up a little bit too early before everybody gets here. If someone's present that wishes to speak at public comment, if you please raise your hand, indicate so. I don't see any takers on it, so we're going to move on to the next thing, and that's the adoption of the minutes and consent items. We have also, these minutes are from the August 7th, 2019 regular workshop meeting.
Move the adoption of the minutes and the consent agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Brings us to our first item here, and this is a public hearing.
You'll let them go, Sammy?
No. They're going to suffer just like the rest. They're going to be here with us. It'll be a short, this will be short. So we have here a text amendment to the, for exterior lighting under Article 5.5, correction of non-conforming site features. And Ryan King is going to present this item. Ryan.
Mayor, good evening, Mayor, Council. As you just introduced this agenda item, city staff has prepared a text amendment to Articles 5.5 exterior lighting and Article 7.5 correction of non-conforming site features within the Jacksonville Unified Development Ordinance. Staff believes changes are in need of the consideration because of difficulties this ordinance has created for existing developments since we've basically applied those standards since 2014. As we've talked with, or we've discussed this in City Council workshop already, we're going to keep it brief tonight. We've also discussed it with Planning Board on 2 different occasions, which led to the changes before you tonight. The main issue is existing developments have a hard time complying with the standards, so we've created some latitude for staff to work with existing developments where they have existing infrastructure in place, and we believe that this ordinance will be beneficial to everybody and still protecting the public good. Be happy to answer any questions. We do have slides that we could show you if you would like an additional presentation as we've shared with you in the past. Happy to answer any questions you may have at this
Council,
time.
any questions? Ryan? Question. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
We're required to conduct a public hearing on this matter, so at this time we'll recess the regular council meeting and open up the public hearing. Anyone present wishes to speak to this matter, please indicate by raising your hand. Seeing no one, I'm going to close the public hearing and reconvene the regular council meeting. Council, you're being asked to consider the Unified Development Ordinance text amendment.
Mayor, I'll make the motion to approve the UDO text amendment found in attachment A. The text amendment advances the public interest by assisting with existing developments within the city, as well as establishing criteria when sites must correct non-conforming lighting.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. That brings us to our first, or our reports section for the night. And we'll start with Mr. Warden, he's ready.
Nothing to report, just proud to be here, sir, thank you.
Mr. Thomas,
No report, thank you.
Ms. Washington,
No report.
Mr. Jackson.
Well, I do have a report. On yesterday, Reverend Melvin Graham and myself went to visit Link, which is a reentry program down in Wilmington. We met Mr. Frankie Roberts, and he established this program as a result of his his brother Marvin coming back from Vietnam and issues with addiction and incarceration. And they got a wonderful program down there, and we would like to try to get something reestablished back in this area. So that was just a great opportunity right there. And also, I do want to mention, I got a chance to meet Miss Rena Everett, which is the daughter of Medgar Evers, which was assassinated in 1963. He was a field worker for the NAACP. And it was just, it was a breathtaking opportunity to actually go to the home where he was assassinated and to talk to her about what her family went through, not only during the time that her father was alive, but afterwards as a result of it. And there were a lot of people that actually gave their lives and their hearts to try to make sure we advance forward. And I just hope we continue to do so in a positive manner. And I want you all to continue to keep praying for those that's been affected by these senseless murders and what have you. We are a caring community, and I hope we continue to be a caring community as time goes forward. But there are a lot of people out here with the wrong ideas, and we got to work within our own communities to make sure we all make a change and continue to come together and love each other. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you. Mr. Bittner.
Should we report on the evaluation of the manager?
Have to.
I have no specific report except to comment on the fact that the city council and the mayor met to review the performance of the city manager in a personnel action forum prior to the start of this meeting, and all were unanimous in believing that the manager is performing an excellent job for the city, advancing council interests and promoting the council's leadership and the community's action in making Jacksonville a better place. In consideration thereof, the council agreed to award the standard cost of living increase awarded to other city employees effective the first pay period in July 2019. That's it.
That's all. Mayor Pro Tem Lazar.
No report, Mayor. Thank you.
And I have no report. Mr. Massey, you have information to pass along?
No, other than we thank the mayor and the council for their service to the community. And as the city attorney, you have no comments. So we've got our one city moment at the close of the meeting.
Very good.
And I just mentioned here, we've got a recognition for Corporal Vanessa Smith and Officer Brenton McKnight, who at a time when they didn't expect anybody to be watching, got out of their vehicle and helped pull the stalled vehicle, push it out of the road. And the actions were caught by John Althouse, the photographer for the Daily News. They're just two of our officers doing their job, what they do every day, no matter what it is. Our second item that we'd like to call attention to everybody is the recent opening, the official opening of our inclusive playground at Northeast Creek Park, which occurred earlier today. We had some good activities there. It was enjoyed by everybody. It's a great facility that allows more flexibility for taking advantage of recreational equipment by people that are challenged with using the normal equipment.
Oh, my.
And that's our one city moment for the evening, Mayor and Council.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Carter? With that, I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.